DNA technology has greatly influenced the advancement of law enforcement everywhere. In Idaho, individuals convicted of felony crimes are required to give a DNA sample for upload into the Combined DNA Index System, also known as CODIS. CODIS is a computer software program for local, state, and national DNA databases. Matches, or hits, in the database can link cases together or provide an identity to an unknown perpetrator. Collection of DNA samples is very important to ensure that DNA profiles of sufficient quality are obtained for upload into the DNA database. Prior to collecting a sample, make sure the offender does not have a DNA sample on file by checking their criminal history or the sex offender registry in ILETS. Also, to ensure quality results and no mistakes, please perform the entire procedure on only one subject at a time. First, you need to have an evidence tape sealed collection kit. This is provided by ISP Forensic Services. Make sure the kit is properly sealed with evidence tape. Open the kit by breaking the evidence seal and remove the contents of the collection kit. Directions for collecting the sample are also included on the Trifold sample card. We'll take you through them step by step. Step 1. Open the Trifold card and fill in the information requested. Please pay special attention to the state ID number and include it if possible. If you are collecting a sample from a registered sex offender, please write SOR on the outside front of the Trifold card. Step 2. The next step in sample collection will be to fingerprint the individual. Fingerprints are used for identity confirmation. The card has an area for the fingerprint to be taken. Use the ink strip included in the kit. Peel apart the ink strip, starting from the clear plastic end. Place the individual's right thumb onto the ink strip and transfer their print to the card by pressing their finger down lightly on the card. It is important that the fingerprint is clear and readable. You should be able to see the ridges within the print. If the first print is not of good quality, then please take another. The right thumbprint is preferred, but any finger can be used. Just be sure to indicate which finger the print was obtained from. Do not place multiple prints on top of each other. If we receive a collection kit with an unclear fingerprint, you may be asked to collect and send a new kit. A towelette is included for the individual to remove the ink from his or her hand. Step 3. Now it is time to obtain the DNA sample. At this time, you should put gloves on to prevent your DNA from getting on the sample. Gloves are provided in the kit, but you may use your own gloves if you wish. You'll want to leave your gloves on until you finish collecting the DNA sample. First, fill in the offender's name on the FTA card, being careful to leave the card flap down and not touching the inside of the card. Step 4. Remove the foam tip swab from its wrapping, making sure to open it from the plastic handle end. Insert the swab into the individual's mouth between the gum line and cheek. Rub the swab along the inside of the cheek using a fair amount of pressure, sufficient for collection of cheek cells and moistening of the swab with saliva. Repeat on the other side of the mouth with the same swab. The swab can be further moistened by placing it under the tongue. Step 5. Once the swab is adequately moistened, open the flap of the FTA card and press the swab to the inside of the printed circle. Press down firmly, but be careful not to rub the card. Flip the swab over and press it down firmly into the other circle, again making sure you do not rub the paper on the card. The FTA cards in the ISP DNA database collection kits are indicating cards. They change from pink to white with the addition of saliva. The color changes quick, as you can see here. Step 6. Once the sample is transferred to the FTA card, the swab can be thrown away. Replace the flap of the FTA card and place the card in the FTA card envelope provided with the Trifold sample card. The envelope is self-adhesive and should not be licked. The used ink strip, moist towelette, swab, and any used gloves may now be discarded. Step 7. Return the Trifold sample card to the outer pre-addressed envelope. Seal the outer envelope with the evidence tape provided. There is a place on the tape to include your initials. Fill out the return address on the outer envelope. Apply postage and mail it to Idaho State Police Forensic Services. As a quick overview, here are a few do's and don'ts of DNA database sample collection. Do transfer the sample from the swab to the FTA card and discard the swab. Do not send the swab in with the kit. Do take a readable fingerprint. Do not place the evidence seal on the FTA card or FTA card envelope. Do place the evidence seal on the outer mailing envelope. Do seal the self-adhesive FTA card envelope. Do completely fill out the information on the Trifold sample card. If you have any questions or need clarification on proper sampling techniques, please contact Idaho State Police Forensic Services.